Rebecki. Apologies if I butchered the name, but all I know is the man is a force to be reckoned with. He opened as a minus 245 favorite, and this was the guy everybody said has to close around minus 500 because he's a destroyer. This is what he does. AJ, check in on the live line right here. Minus 425 for Rebecki, plus 315 for Diego Ferreira. So not quite 500, but he did get the respect that he deserved. And this is a pretty simple analysis right here. Ferreira, OG of the game. Jiu-jitsu is sick. Clearly, he's got bombs in his hand, so he can knock you out too, right? Like he did to Michael Johnson. But this is the real thing, man. Rebecki's gonna start off hot. It's almost that classic Russian style where they just start out the gate super hot, super aggressive, get in your face, and immediately swarm you for the takedown, right? Only problem here, and I want to get this out of the case early. What are we sprinkling on a Diego Ferreira submission plus 800 right here? You jump in, you get guillotined, you get caught playing that wrestling game against a jiu-jitsu like Diego Ferreira. It might cause some real issues, especially since he's so tenured, such a veteran. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, 10, 20, $50. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't go too crazy because obviously Rebecki is the favorite for a reason. He does have that smash style that we always like to see out of the Russian fighters. But man, plus 800 for, like you said, a jiu-jitsu specialist like Diego Ferreira in a early situation, especially with Rebecki, just full on pressure, not thinking he's going to run through you. Next thing you know, you're sleeping. I mean, I can see this happen very easily.
And I really do think Rebecki is a destroyer. I think that he gets through this one pretty flawlessly. It's just those fights where you're expected to dominate. That's when you go in, you do the shot, and you get choked out. Look at Vitor Petrino versus Anthony Smith last week. Undefeated fighter, shoots in, just gets guillotined immediately. Fight's over. It just happened. Logic cannot explain some of these ones, right? That's the game that we play. So give me an upside path to victory for Diego Ferreira that does not involve a desperation submission off of a shot.
Whoo, man. Shots up the middle, shots down the pipe. Keep Rebecki just at bay, just long enough, because Rebecki, I mean, I like the striking. I know he's like you said, he's a mauler. He's going to come in and take you down. But Rebecki has some moves, man. He can get in there. He can go to work. And if Diego Ferreira is able to outwork, outpace, and control, right, get away when you can, sit there, make it dirty. I mean, it sounds like a mountain to climb for Ferreira, but we got to remember he has power, and all it takes is one. I mean, it might not take one for Rebecki to go to sleep, but if Diego Ferreira can multiply, right? Add on to those ones, keep catching him. Man, we can see an accumulation of damage happen, and Rebecki in a place that he's never been before. That's the best path for Ferreira, at least the way I see it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fair right there. This is, I guess, the other question that I have for you. For Mateusz Rebecki, the over and under is 2.5 rounds. Heavily favored on the under. I think, under is looking minus 175, plus 145 for the 2.5 rounds. Do you see Diego Ferreira being a veteran enough to drag this fight out to a decision?
Ooh, that's hard, man. I don't think has Rebecki gone to a decision? Oh yeah, he has gone to a decision. So I'm gonna say yeah, man. I'm gonna say yeah. Ferreira can probably get that done.
What are you betting on?
Ooh, if on decision, man, I'm not.
I'm just saying over or under 2.5 rounds.
Probably the under.
Yeah, I mean, we're hoping that Rebecki gets in there and finishes them. All I know is this, folks. Rebecki at this point at minus 425 is absolutely going to be a stay away unless you parlay him to create value. That's the only way that you're actually seeing your return on this. Aside from that, should be pretty much a smash spot. So love to see it right there.